Few games have been as eagerly anticipated as Dark Forces. This first-person shooter set in the Star Wars universe is a real shot in the arm for Doom clones. It shows how good that type of game can get.
I just couldn't get as enthusiastic about it as you. It's Doom, again. Yes, the Star Wars tie-in is going to sell a bazillion copies of the game, but when you boil it all down, it's Doom, again.
Are you trying to say that you don't think Dark Forces is a good game?
I'm not saying that, not at all. Dark Forces is easily one of the best Doom games out there. It's got the quality you've come to expect from LucasArts. But the gameplay is pretty much the same thing I've been playing for a year and a half now.
That may be true, but I don't think that's necessarily bad. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Doom still captivates people, and so will Dark Forces. In Dark Forces, you play Kyle Katarn. He used to work for the Empire until they found out they were scumbags, so now he does sort of freelance covert work for the Rebels. In the first mission, you steal the Death Star plans, which sets up the opening of the first Star Wars movie.
From there, the story jumps to events occurring directly after the first movie. The Rebels have heard of a new weapon the Empire is developing, a large mechanized stormtrooper called the Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper has already been tested on one Rebel base with devastating results.
And so the story begins. Dark Forces is arranged into missions, much like X-Wing and TIE Fighter. Each mission brings you one step closer to your ultimate goal, destroying the Dark Trooper production facilities and averting the annihilation of the Rebel Alliance.
This also enables one of the game's best enhancements over Doom, the use of multi-level scenarios. The architecture of your surroundings is much more varied than any other first-person shooting game, with the possible exception of System Shock.
I thought Dark Forces didn't impress you.
No, I just wasn't that psyched to play it. It is impressive.
Star Wars fans will be in absolute heaven. Dark Forces features 20 different enemies to blast away at, most of which were in the movies. Naturally, there's Dark Troopers and Stormtroopers, Imperial Guards, Gamorrean Guards,
Probe droids, Dianagas, even Boba Fett. And the sounds are terrific, lifted straight out of the movies. Probe droids chatter, guards and stormtroopers yell at you, and blaster fire screeches through the air. Dark Forces really makes you feel like you're inside the Star Wars universe.
One of the standard Doom features that's been tweaked is the auto map. The map looks almost identical to that of Doom and Doom 2, but it can be superimposed over your forward view screen. That's great.
It can lead to a cluttered screen, but it's very useful at times, and I hope other game developers run with this vault. Also, LucasArts had the smarts to give you a helmet light for the darker areas of the game. Good idea, and it gives you something extra to search for: batteries.
The LucasArts Jedi engine also allows you to look up and down and to crouch and jump, features people have been longing for since Doom first appeared.
Actually, I don't really like looking up and down. In combat, there's no easy way to do this unless you're using a joystick, and playing this game with the CH Flightmaster Pro or Thrustmaster just feels too weird.
I thought it would make a good controller, so I tried a stick, but my hands just said no.
In combat, taking my hands off the regular controls to adjust my view was obnoxious and dangerous. It made me wish for Doom's automatic height adjustment for weapons fire.
Looking up and down when you're being fired at may be clumsy, but the rest of the Jedi engine is smooth as silk. Movement is fast and precise, and the sharp graphics move with nary a hitch.
Actually, I thought the aiming system could have been better. Standing still, you can shoot at a stationary target 5 times, and your shots will hit 5 different places. But then again, Obi-Wan did warn Luke about blasters being clumsy and random.
The one thing I don't like about Dark Forces, and I mean the one thing, is the lack of a real saved game feature. Instead of being able to save a game at will, you get 3 lives to complete each mission.
As you play, you pass a series of invisible checkpoints, and when you die, you start from the last checkpoint. Die 3 times, and you start the mission over. There's absolutely no need for this kind of garbage. LucasArts, bag the checkpoints and give us save games. Backtracking is no fun at all.
I absolutely love Dark Forces. Yes, the checkpoints instead of saved games theory is annoying as hell, but that doesn't change the fact that this is the best Doom clone I've ever played. LucasArts may be the only can't-fail company out there.
Well, I don't love it as much as you do, but yes, Dark Forces is an excellent Doom clone. It has a few rough edges, but they are forgivable when you consider the overall quality of the game. LucasArts has produced another winner, which should come as no surprise to anyone.